Ladies and gentlemen, nerds and nerdettes, and children of all ages, the Alpha Nerds proudly presents its premiere podcast. It's the Raging Cajun, ADN, and me, Twiz13. We are the Alpha Nerds Podcast. Yes! The prequel. We're not going to start doing prequels and stuff now, are we? This would be the prequel, isn't it? Since, we're kind of doing an introduction thing.
Right. Well, and it's always good to get that first show out of the way and, get it all hammered out, get the jitters out, and, see how we do with this.
Chris, I have to say, I'm looking at the screen now, and, man, I love you. For an Army guy, I love you. I'm looking at the Blue Falcon right now, and it's perfect. Setting the standard. This is the way it's going to be.
Sure. All right. I'm the Cajun, aka AK Blue Falcon for those of you. I'm the dirty civvy of the group. When we brought this up and we wanted to do this, we took a look at the Alpha Nerds Guild and their Facebook page and what John Burke and the other people of the company and the mission that they were trying to accomplish, and we kind of threw this idea out there, and they took off with it. So now here we are, fellas.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm Twiz13, aka Todd. I'm the grumpy old man, grumpy old Marine of the group. My favorite crayon color is purple. They're the tastiest. They taste like grape. Contrary to popular belief, I do not lick windows. And honestly, I really got involved in the group, and I wanted to get more involved with everything because I miss the fellowship of being with other military guys who get my humor and get the things that I remember dealing with, and they're dealing with now. And so I just wanted to get some of that back a little bit, I guess.
Yep, appreciate that. Anyway, let me try that again. I'm ABN. I'm active duty Army. Been in almost 15 years, and the reason I got into this was being active duty Army. You have a second life almost. You're dealing with soldiers on a day-to-day basis. You're doing your job, and you come home and you'll play video games, watch anime, get into comics, and all these different things, but. You never know how many other people that are with you, even that you're serving with, are into the exact same things you are. And
hey, Chris, can I interrupt you for a second?
Absolutely.
Hey, Blue Falcon, put your phone away.
You know what?
Uncivilized. Jeez.
Well, the dirty city. Come on now.
Absolutely. We understand.
Sorry, carry on, Chris.
But that's why I got into this. I really do care about bridging that gap between the civilian sector and the military sector, because we have so much in common. When you go to a convention, you go to watch a movie, we don't even realize how we're all in that same group together, but we don't ever actually talk. And then it's also that group of people, when you feel like you're alone, you're absolutely not, because there's people right here that are doing the exact same things and into the exact same things that you are.
Exactly. Well, that went quicker than I thought.
I know, like that's why we're starting out slow.
So, to anyone who's actually watching this, I promise the show's going to get so much better. We actually have plans. We just wanted to kind of let you guys get a sense of who we are, where we're coming from. So, by all means, reach out, contact us, let us know this is your podcast.
Absolutely.
We're just facilitating this, because we've all three of us have done, podcasts and radio shows and things like this before. So this is your podcast, not our podcast. We just happen to be, the people dumb enough to go ahead and say, sure, John, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll flap our gums in front of a microphone.
Right. Now, you see, I want to go ahead and apologize for some of my earlier actions, with the finger and some of the things I was typing. I didn't realize this was carrying over into the whole YouTube thing now that I'm kind of doing it off to the side. So we'll get that cleaned up, and we'll get all that hammered out, and any issues that we may be having right now, as this is the first test run. I feel like we have a good thing going here in that we can really make it into something special. Mm-hmm. And to repeat what ABN was saying as well, this gives us a chance for this entire community to bond together, whether it be veteran, civilian, Leo, first responders, realize that y'all aren't alone. You aren't alone in this. And like he also said too, this is your podcast. Twiz said here, we're just facilitating this. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get all the kinks ironed out here soon enough. Hopefully y'all continue to stick with us. In future podcasts, we also plan on bringing up gaming news,
Wait, we game?
Shut the front door.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
When did that happen?
I don't know. I must have been asleep.
Must have.
Yeah, we can obviously tell.
Just a Blue Falcon doing Blue Falcon things.
Absolutely. Just lead the way, Blue Falcon.
You are cleared for flyby.
That's right.
No!
I think we can start with this. How about we get into we'll start with Brandon. What makes you a nerd?
Well, I guess it's really more of the fact that I've loved video games for a very long time, since I was young, back in the days of NES. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are familiar with that. Maybe some of the newer generation, not so much, but
the NES Classic? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the NES Classic. Yes, that is correct.
If you're gonna do that voice, you gotta do it like this. Do you mean the Nintendo Entertainment System?
Absolutely. You got me beat.
Yeah. No, that's what got me into it. Gaming since I was real young, and then seeing technology, how it's advanced over the last few decades, and how it's all going, just leaps and bounds. Today, you have a lot of the VR stuff coming out and these things, and I guess what really makes me a nerd is my love for video games, my love for anime, my love for those things that in essence I guess would classify me as a nerd. What about you? What about ABN? What about Twiz? What makes you? How do you classify as a nerd?
We kind of said both of our names.
Yeah.
Who do you want to talk to?
Age before beauty.
Oh. Well, you really dated me there. NES. I started gaming on an Atari 2600. We were too poor to get the Pong. We wanted the Pong system.
Absolutely.
But but we got the Atari 2600, and I think our first game was Space Invaders, and we spent hours playing Space Invaders, and slowly worked our way up to an Atari 400, and then the 600. 600 came with a keyboard, and so it was very fancy indeed. And then I've been through every gaming system. The only gaming system I haven't owned yet was from a 360 on. I haven't gotten any of the new generations. I'm actually working on getting a new gaming computer because everyone knows PC gaming is better than console gaming.
Yeah, PC Master Race.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
And as far as what makes me a nerd, between the gaming, I do like some anime. I'm not like super crazy into anime, but mostly it's my comics. And because I like to show things off, and most people never see one of these. This is a CGC slabbed yellow label.
Ooh.
Let me see if you can see it. Hold on, let me get a little closer.
That's right.
Oh, nope, wrong one, wrong side. That's a 10.
That is a 10.
This is a perfect comic book. Now, if you know anything about CGC, you're impressed right now.
Absolutely.
Clearly, the Blue Falcon has no idea what I'm talking about, what a 10 means in CGC land. But that's what makes me nerdy. This is my holy grail. This is one of my treasured items. It would go, if my house caught on fire, it'd go wife, dog, this book.
In no particular order, obviously.
Well, we don't need to mention that.
Just one of those things you don't talk about.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. So, Chris, what makes you a big nerd?
Oh my goodness. Almost everything. I am a 1985 born child, so the Nintendo Entertainment System was number one, all the way to Super Nintendo. Nintendo 64 was my bread and butter. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time was my entire life in a cartridge. When I first joined the Army, my first barracks room, I owned an original Gen Xbox, PS2, and GameCube, all connected to the TV. I've probably seen upwards of 250 anime series. I used to have like 150 action figures I carried around until like my early 20s. I have a Zelda shrine. Obviously, if you can't tell, the anime posters and fake characters behind me. I currently own Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. I could probably go on forever. I mean, if you insert anything nerdy, I'm probably already there. And then I also like Mustangs.
Well, Mustangs are nice.
The cars or the horses?
Depends.
The ones that don't like to slide into crowds of people, maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm on Mustang number 7. It's a 17 GT. I take care of mine. When I was stationed in Germany for 3 years, we got on the Autobahn and got to about 190 something plus miles an hour in my buddy's Cobra. I don't need to speed anymore. I'm done.
Oh wow!
I'm done. I did it. I made it. I won that game, I guess. Like, I guess that's the way you could think about it. But yeah, I never have to speed again.
I would imagine not. No. Doesn't count. It's above your waist, dummy. So what? There's just too many things for me to touch on right there, Blue Falcon. I don't even know where to begin, so I'm just gonna let it go. What games are you playing right now, Chris?
I was playing Destiny 2 on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC for a little while until the DLC it started going downhill a little bit. I picked up The Division finally because I heard it was moving up. I did today pick up Monster Hunter World. Cleared Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in the first week. That's the reason I have all that is because I don't like missing out on games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's my big pet peeve. If there's an exclusive coming out, I don't want to be excluded. But There's a lot of games I play. I mean, the list could go on. Sword Art Online, I got that on my radar. God of War, different things like that.
Well, you know, and you see, it sounds like you have a wide repertoire of games and things that you're involved in. What about you, Twiz?
Well, right now, I tell you what, I have a potato for a laptop. It's just a really bad laptop. But I found out I can play Fortnite Battle Royale, and it's now become my obsession.
Nice.
So it has. I mean, I've lost a lot of hours this week to Fortnite since finding out I can actually play it. So I can definitely see where everyone's obsession with PUBG is. But for those of you who are watching and you have a potato of a laptop like me, but you're desperate to get in and start playing with everyone and like everyone else is, try Fortnite. See if it'll work on your computer. I'm trying to think. I'll put a link. I'll put a link down in the comment section later on. There's a website you can go to that'll it'll scan your laptop, see if it'll run. It'll let you check to see what games your laptop will actually play and won't play. But Fortnite should run. I mean, if it runs on my potato, it'll run on your potato. And if you do, hit me up. I'm looking for a squad. I'm so tired of randos. Randos are the worst. Because you either get the Ugandan knuckle randos. Do you know the way? Yes, I know the way. Shut up. Yes, can we just go loot this building, please? Yes, brother, we will. Shut up. Or we got the guys, the adventure junkies who want to drop into the most busiest of spots.
Right.
Hey, look, 20 people dropped here. Let's drop here too. No.
That's a terrible idea.
I'd like to at least get to the top 10.
Right? I at least want to look like I'm halfway decent at this game.
Exactly. I don't want to land and die. So Fortnite's been my obsession. I'm trying to get these two to play Fortnite with me, but Chris already got a new game and he's going to be dead to us for some time. And apparently, the Blue Falcon is too busy playing his PS4 because he doesn't realize that PC is superior.
Absolutely.
He's one of those console geeks.
Yeah, he'll come around eventually. They always do.
Yes.
To everyone in the guild, don't tell him what a Blue Falcon is. No matter how much he asks.
Keep that to yourself.
Remember, I've got a brother in the Navy who's E8 who would be more than happy to explain it to me, and cousin who's a Marine, so I'm not too worried about it. I realize a good ribbing is always good, especially considering that I'm one of those that haven't been enlisted, but I'm okay with that. Since I'm not real sensitive or nothing to those things. As far as it goes, I'm a big PS4 player. It's the only thing I really have time for, especially having a wife and 2 kids and everything else that goes on. I've been big into Diablo 3 recently. I've been playing since the days of PS3 when it dropped on PS3, and when it ported over to PS4 we went ahead and switched over. I'm a big PlayStation fan. Always have been, always will be. As far as PC being the master race, well, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one, because I'm not a real big PC fan for games.
I didn't catch that second part. All I heard was agree, so fair enough.
all I heard, your audio is breaking up. I heard I agree, PC master race.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But as far as that goes, I've been playing that and Call of Duty World War II, big zombies player. Things like that. Usually I'll get on and play with my wife, and we'll game together once the kids are down and we have time. But as far as all that goes, I promised to clean it up at least on my end for these shows. I didn't realize we're recording with some things already, but this is the first time I've actually gone with a cam live on things. I'm used to doing online radio, which is a little bit different. You don't have your live cam. You can do Skype like this, but it's not quite as intricate. So we're really getting set up. We're going to be able to dial this in. I love the fact that
you got a face for radio. That's for sure.
That is approved.
Thanks, guys.
4F grade beef.
I'm just glad he finally buttoned his shirt up.
Yeah, man. It was.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna do, it was like a video,
a little bit of Burt Reynolds going on over there.
Ooh, yeah. But I think we have the opportunity to have a lot of fun with this, and we have an excellent rapport in this. I think with the next few shows we're going to do, for everyone listening out there who's interested, we're going to start bringing forth, gaming news, reviews on certain games if we can get them, questions and answers, and things like that. So this is basically, a test run to see how it's all going to work and dial it in. I really, appreciate being able to do this, especially with these two other members of the podcast team. They've put in a ton of time, work, and effort to make this already what it is, and we're going to continue doing what we do to try to promote the best we can for the Alpha Nerds Guild and for the podcast team as well. So I'll turn it over to y'all.
Yeah, it's really what we're trying to get out of this is making sure that we have fun with this. Obviously, we go around and we're gonna be talking about news, probably get some gaming, maybe some movies in here, stuff that just evolves the tech and the gaming world, and come at it from a different perspective instead of the classic hey, welcome to the podcast kind of guys where we're.
Wait a second, I that's me. I do. Hey, don't steal my thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I cannot confirm or deny any accusations at this time. But we want to make that's right. We want to make sure that whoever's out there that if you're riding home somewhere, you could pull up, a active duty Army guy, old prior service Marine, and weird civilian dude, and they're all talking about the same stuff that you're into. It's not just the same old stuff that we always hear. I mean, don't get me wrong, the veteran stuff is awesome and it's fun, but we've never really had an avenue for us. And this gives us the opportunity to bring civilians in to show that, hey, we're just like you. Whether you like to believe it or not, we may be a little crazy. That I will admit that.
Just a little, huh?
That a smidge, the smallest of smidges. But we are huge nerds just like you. We want y'all to come together, and that just makes the whole community better. I can't talk about it enough.
Well, and it really is awesome that we get to do this. I'm actually very honored to be on air and doing this with you two fellas, and getting the opportunity and the chance to, represent the nonprofit and the Facebook page, and represent the civilian side of this as well. I will definitely get a lot better at this, as I'm a little rusty, and for the podcast side, like I said, I'm relatively new to this, but I think over time we'll really get it, like I said, all dialed in and taken care of, and this is a wonderful opportunity. So I want to take this time on air while we're doing this to thank you guys for reaching out to me in the beginning of this and making it what it is, because without y'all there'd be no podcast.
Absolutely. And you're welcome. No, what? Oh.
That brings up a question. I'm going to ask this question, because you can answer if you want, because you're here with me now. But to all you vets that are watching this, go ahead and give me your answer down there somewhere in any of the mini forums, either the Discord, which have a live chat on, Twitch, which we're also streaming live, the YouTube channel. Comment your response. But what do you say when someone says, "I just want to thank you for your service"? Because I always get a little uncomfortable with that.
Absolutely.
I always because at first, when being a smart Alec like I am, I used to always say, "Oh, you're welcome."
Right.
Apparently, someone got really. That's really rude of you. That's really arrogant of you, because they would post it on Facebook. I just want to thank all the veterans. I'm like, oh, you're welcome. Well, how's it you, Todd? So what's your guys' responses to when someone says thank you? Do you get uncomfortable with that? Because I get a little uncomfortable when they start thanking me for my service
every single time. Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah, and it's really hard, being in recruiting, especially because I'm in a uniform all the time. So walking around all over the place, it's thank you for your service. It gives you that awkward feeling because it's like Johnny on the spot. Like, what have you done today to serve your country?
Right?
And you're like, I came into work on time and I did things. Like, you're thinking all that in your head, but at the same time, the only thing I can come back with is thank you. And then I almost feel like, like I turn into, oh, thank you very much. I don't want to look at him anymore. I just want to get away from the area. Like you just put me on the spot. I don't know what to do about it. Do I need to show you my skills like right here, right now? Like, I'm not sure what to do.
Let me show you my knife hand.
Yeah. Beat your face, or something like that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what I wanted to say, one of the things that we want to do also on the podcast here, everyone, is we want to start, going down the line. We'll work on it. We want to start featuring you guys that are streaming. Those of you guys that are, you're streaming your gaming play, you're putting up your own YouTube videos. We want to feature some of you guys. So make sure you hit us up on our individual Twitters. We have a Twitter page for the podcast itself. Let us know if you want to be featured. We want to start definitely with guild members and feature you guys, because we want to help you guys grow your stuff too. We want you to be able to do and take pride in what you're doing, and we want to feature that here. So make sure you let us know.
Absolutely. We want to get this as it is a community. We want to spread the wealth as a community, like spread it all nice and even like peanut butter on bread, because we're obviously only as strong as the community as a whole. So if we continue this route, pushing it forward, getting it done, we could see, the veteran gaming community become a force to absolutely be reckoned with.
All right. So while we're on this topic too, as me being a pretty ignorant, blissful civilian in some of these things, is there anything, from the civilian side that veterans in current active duty would like those who haven't served to know, like any, especially when it comes to all this, because you got to remember, a lot of us, and there are the misperceptions. They see, you have served, or they see you in the uniform, and they look at the uniform and they don't see the people. And I know this is a good way to raise that awareness, and I know, myself, just speaking for me, that I'm pretty aware of that. But, if you as a veteran and you as current active duty and anybody else listening out there, if y'all could get any other message to us civilians that are tuning in and listening to, what would it be?
Twiz, you go first.
What message would I give you as a civilian?
Well, not necessarily to me, but maybe other civilians listening.
To others. To you, I have a list that I've been writing down for the past 2 weeks. Well, no. Here's. Oh man, I didn't want to get into this kind of stuff, but as a civilian, don't tell us how to do our job. That trust that we know what we're doing when it comes to the military stuff. Don't try to tell us what to do and what we should have done and how we should have done. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to keep that as light as possible.
Right. Yeah. Per the rules. Yeah.
Per standards and guidelines.
Yeah. Per regulatory guidance.
Otherwise, Burke's gonna have us on the quarterdeck pushing. Push.
I can see
Well-
You
it.
guys don't have quarterdeck in the Army, do you?
No,
Never mind.
we just have the ground because that's what we own is the ground.
We have the quarterdeck.
Well, unfortunately, Burke won't be able to do that anytime soon because I am a Sergeant First Class. He is not.
Oh! Shots fired.
So we'll work on that. But no, but my biggest message every single time is that we are not as different as you think. Like, we may have this different mentality. We have a military culture because installations are small cities all across the world, and they have their own culture within it. But I mean, I remember deploying, and when we stopped at Kuwait, you had the MWR, Morale, Welfare, and Recreation, and there would be 4 original Gen Xboxes all laying together, and there would be 16 of us all playing Halo together. It's been there. Gaming has been there the whole time. And when I talk to people all the time, and they see like the bag I wear is a Legend of Zelda bag, and they go, "Oh my God, you're into Zelda?" I'm like, well, duh. Why would you question me? But that's just kind of like that perception, They think because we're in a military service that we all have that exact same brainwashed mentality. No. We're still people. We just execute a mission that we're given. I know that's a little long, but that's essentially what.
I don't know if I can do this. Yeah, you just made me feel really old again. I remember to being deployed and having being the envy of everyone because I had my first Game Boy with Tetris because Tetris was the only game.
Were those big gray ones?
Yes.
Yes.
And I played Tetris for hours.
Well, it's good.
Hey man, can I borrow your Game Boy? No, dude, I'm playing right now.
My first game on the original Gen Game Boy was Pokemon Yellow.
Oh man, mine was Link's Awakening.
Oh man, Link's Awakening. Such a good game.
Oh yeah. Well, and I'm sorry if I put both of y'all on the spot with that. I know that we usually weren't going to do shows that got us into that, but since I figured this is more of an introduction to the team and what's going on, now I'm sorry, like I said again, if I put you on the spot, just kind of wanted everybody else to kind of get a feel for the team as well.
Oh yeah, no, we're hashing it all out. I'm still having a good time. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Getting the stuff out there, getting this narrowed down. Try not to have technical difficulties. Try not to burn my house to the ground.
Yeah. Working out all the kinks.
That's right. Shaking the webs and kicking the tires.
Well, for at least as long as Brandon's wife will let him play.
That's right.
Actually, you know what? She's actually perfectly awesome with it. She's been real supportive in a lot of things I've chose to do, especially doing the online radio for the past 6 years on and off. And I guess tonight, as being the first night, trying to get the kids together, get all the show times down. It was a little hectic trying to get everything in order, but but since we discussed that all, separately when we're setting things up, I just relay that information and we can make, adjustments on our home end so I can still get all this together and be present for that.
Absolutely.
Sure, why not?
Well, we'll go with that. That's a good excuse. I'll take it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds like you're not sleeping. Sounds like you're not sleeping on the couch tonight.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Well, I like sleeping on the couch because then I can game more. It gives me excuse.
Yeah.
Mrs. Blue Falcon, don't let him sleep on the couch. He's just trying to get away with more gaming.
Yep. You've
Why
been
you gotta give my
found.
secrets?
You
That's
just
messed
said
up.
it. I'm assuming at some point she's going to watch us to make sure you really are doing a podcast and not just blowing smoke. Because I know mine's going to watch us at some point. Is he really doing a podcast? What's he really up to down there?
Really?
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 But I'm glad that we're actually working all these kinks out, and no major technical difficulties. Nothing's real broken yet. you know, this, and it gives us a good feel for how we all interact on air, because I know we've talked separately over other things, and because being on air, as both of y'all realize, y'all have experience with these things as well, it's a completely, it's a beast of a different nature. I mean, it is definitely a lot of fun, and it's a great avenue to get your voice out there and things that you're doing. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it is definitely something that is an experience. So I turn it back over to you, Wallace.
Yeah, you don't have to keep sending me messages because I keep hearing it.
Well, you know what?
I get all these notifications on my computer. So,
guys, I am so excited for the podcast. Guys, this is gonna be so awesome.
This is gonna be great.
This is gonna be the greatest thing ever, guys.
You know what? I am excited. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm super pumped. Don't get me wrong. I can't wait to dig in the weeds and talk about all the latest stuff coming out. Because I know, especially for Monster Hunter World, I know IGN already gave it a 9.5.
Oh wow!
Out of the box, which is kind of weird.
It's impressive.
It had a lot of hype, so I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. But from what I've heard so far, it's supposed to. So we'll see. I'll be. I mean, as soon as we leave here, that's exactly what I'm doing for the foreseeable future. No, actually, I have a life. Stop that. Believe it or not. I mean, I have to go to work. That's really all my life is, really. Just
leave them poor high school kids alone.
Oh, I don't talk to anybody. I just sit in the back and tell everybody where to go.
Oh, you go over there?
You go over there, talk to that person. They come back there. They're like, can I do this? And I'm like, no, get out.
Can I be a ranger in the army?
I don't like your face. Get out of my office. No, I mean, that's kind of what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to bridge those two things because, I mean, I do that as a job, but the times that I sit down with, you know, whether it's a kid, a full-grown adult, doesn't matter. And that one time they see that, you know, nerdy thing on my desk or something, they say, "Oh man, I didn't think y'all were into that kind of stuff." You know, that it brings a smile on my face because it, like I said, it bridges that gap. So, like I said, even if they walk out, don't join the army, they still have a better understanding than when they first walked in. So that's why I think something like this is really gonna, you know, create that little bridge for us to walk across, or maybe a rickety bridge for our case, but bridge nonetheless.
Right. Well, we're one happy, really dysfunctional family.
Absolutely. Like we may be a couple of cards short of the deck. Maybe not even the sharpest knives of the drawers, but we make do with what we have. We adapt and overcome. Yeah.
So yeah, kind of agree with that, and you know, I could say, based on your experience as a lead-based crayon nommer, you know, washing it down like glue, I'm pretty sure you could lead us in that.
He was trying to tell you not to tell everyone what was hiding in the stash.
That'd be the brain damage. Oh man!
Ah, there it goes.
I was looking around. I didn't have any crayons on my desk.
Yeah, coloring time was over. So
coloring time's over.
Well,
back to
work.
work.
Go to the armory.
Now, how will the little kids do arts and crafts now?
I don't have little people in my house anymore. I'm an old man.
Yeah, he kicked them all out.
I kicked them all out. I said, "You're 18. Get out."
That's right.
Okay.
But Daddy, I don't have any money. I don't care.
I don't care. Get out.
Stop eating.
Join the army.
Stop eating all my food.
But you know, as far as all that goes, oh man, this has been a lot of fun. I can't really think of anything else. You know, as far as this goes. Yes, I keep trying to be serious about this. You know, But no, in all honesty, this is a blast to do, and this is fun. So I'm hoping that, when everybody takes a look or listen to this and they give us a little bit of critique and feedback, we can tweak it and make the next show, a little bit more dialed in. Looking forward to that as well. I'm also looking forward to, after I get off of here, going to whoop up on some Diablo here and drink the rest of my coffee, because caffeine is good for all time, day or night.
Coffee's good for the soul.
I had a sergeant in the Corps who, I kid you not, had a coffee cup. This son of a gun never washed his coffee cup. It was the grossest thing ever. It had, I kid you, at least a quarter thick crust of old coffee on the inside of this mug. And one day, he probably not into gaming. I can say his name. One day I went to him, I said, Sergeant Bulba, why don't you wash your cup? That thing's nasty. He goes, well, Twiz, when we're in the field and I don't have any coffee, all I gotta do is pour some hot water in this thing and I got instant coffee. And then he proceeded to show me and poured hot water and stirred it up. And it was like an instant coffee. It was the gross, and then proceeded to drink it like it was no big thing. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that's
that's obviously laced with freedom.
America.
That's right. Laced with freedom.
He was one of the guys that started the rumor of us eating crayons and licking windows. Super nice guy.
Obviously.
No one I'd want more, next to me with a rifle. But whoo,
he obviously raised the bar for sure.
Yes.
to meet that kind of a standard.
Now I think I have a new goal.
we
never washing that mug again.
Yeah, we'll never be as close as he was to greatness.
I'm afraid to stand too close to him, actually. The things I have seen.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure me and you can literally go on for years.
Hours.
We don't want to turn this into like an old VFW where we're all sitting around the bar drinking beer, talking about, you remember my time when I was deployed, doing the thing with the stuff and the doohickeys, I remember
this one time.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to do that here. There's none of that here.
You were on the Game Boy.
Well, so getting back to some of the issues at hand. I try to be serious here, and I just can't stop. You're cracking me up too much here.
That's why you're the Blue Falcon, by the way.
Amen.
Oh, thanks.
Praise the Lord. We got you. Yeah.
Messed up Falcon, that is. So, PS4 gamers, drop my game tag, CG Dark 11, all lowercase. If you want somebody, gaming buddy, get on Battle Buddy, somebody just to chat with. Blue Falcon the Rib. I don't know.
Yeah, you should change all your gamer tags to that.
Yes, you should.
Absolutely should.
AGN Blue Falcon.
You should.
I love it.
You should. Twiz, where can everybody find you other than your mother's basement?
Probably on Fortnite Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there under Twiz_13. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I do get a little controversial on Twitter. And by controversial, I mean John Burke level controversial. So beware. You're warned. But you can find me there at Betamax_13. It's a comic book character, not the VCR. And I'm all over the Facebook page because I work from home and I have no life. So I'm all over that as well. So.
Well, as far as for me, if you could see underneath my ugly face, somewhere around this area, you can see at ABNMP269, You can literally use that for every console, PC, social media avenue. That is literally mine. I should probably trademark it because I use it on everything. And if you're smart in prior service, you could probably discern what it means. If not, well, I'm not here to educate you. But before we get off of here, Brandon, what you gonna do after we get off of here? You gonna play any games or what?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm gonna hop right on my PS4, and I am probably gonna go to town a little bit on some Diablo 3, unless somebody wants to drop, hit me up for a party request and want to play any other games that I may have, like Call of Duty World War II, or if I've got Need for Speed Payback, or just Battlefield 1, which my opinion is an amazing game.
Oh, good game.
But beside that, I'm gonna stay up for about another 2 or 3 hours. I've got a house hunt with the wife in the morning. I've got to say honestly, I've had a really good time doing this. It's surprisingly more than I thought I would. I promise I will get a little bit better at this. I'm kind of
you're fine, man.
Well, I'm kind of a little nervous and awkward at this, too, because I'm used to talking to y'all in a private setting, and that's something that's a little bit more broadcast. So I've kind of got a little bit of jitters here, but
you should probably just drink a little bit of bottled water.
Yeah, and less coffee. But
we can get a nice coffee stout beer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was showing this brown bottle full of obviously water. Delicious.
But,
I'm just too fat and I have to stop drinking beers and stuff, so it's waters for me, so I can stop being so fat. I don't want John Burke fat shaming me.
Yeah, that way we don't have to pick you up off the floor.
Well, I think next time we are, I'll just go get the bottle of Jim Beam Devil's Cut out of the freezer. I've had it sitting there for a little over a year, and I'm only maybe 45 or 50% through it.
You too scared to drink it?
Not a big drinker anymore. I used to be, but after a while, I just got tired of wrecking my liver and waking up with no memory of the mornings.
Not
you
good.
just described the first 2 years of the Marine Corps of mine.
But what about you, Twiz?
Yeah.
What about you, Twiz? What do you got planned?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Once I get off here, I am going to go let the dog out because she's probably mad at me because I haven't let her out. And then everyone can.
Dogs out.
Oof, oof, oof.
Yes.
Oh,
thank you.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Thank you very much, sir.
I can up the level on that and make it worse.
Oh.
So much worse.
That's
way.
Yeah, we're throwing that in the show for sure. It's going to be a lot of shenanigans afoot.
You're welcome for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyone wants to find me, they can find me at the Tilted Towers. For the Fortnite people, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So I will be at the Tilted Towers trying to get my kill count up and going after my elusive umbrella.
Aha!
It makes sense. Trust me. If you get an umbrella for your first win when you're flying in, instead of the usual parachute.
Oh, okay. As far as I am, obviously, as soon as I get off of here, I'm going straight to Monster Hunter World on Xbox. I don't know if y'all noticed, I put ABNMB269. Once again, that's my gamer tag for everything under the sun. So if y'all want to go kill monsters with me and some of my friends, by all means, jump in. Pun intended. But I think before we get off here, I'll just go ahead and reiterate one more time, guys. We are here for you. If you're out there thinking you're by yourself, thinking, I don't have anybody to talk to, there's nobody that's into anime or the games that I like, or what, it's all a lie. Why? Because we're here right now for you, and we will continue to be here until the end of time. So just like in the military, we are battle buddies until the end. And feel free to contact any one of us at any time if you need us.
And more than that, even if you don't want to talk about nerdy stuff and you just need someone to talk about because of whatever life's got going on in your life, just hit us up. Seriously. I'm literally, I don't sleep. I get 4 or 5 hours a night. I am always around. Hit me up. I'd be more than happy to shoot the breeze with you, and we could talk about whatever's going on. We could talk about nothing. We could talk about hunting. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about. But if you're feeling a certain way, please reach out to any of us or anyone else in the guild. We're here for you guys, and we want you to know you're not alone.
Absolutely.
I want to reiterate what they said too. They're right. You're not alone. Reach out to any of us at any point in time. And, it doesn't even matter what time, what you got going on. Reach out. You're never alone. That's what we're here for. That's what the rest of the guild there is there for. So don't ever feel like there's nobody got your back, because we're all family here.
Absolutely. Has anybody got anything else before we disappear?
I can I let's end it on my my final words here. When I'm done saying my final words, you'll know, and just cut off the broadcast. Because I think I speak for all of us when I say, Leroy Jenkins.